Okay, question 24. So we have let g be the function given by this function here, where k is a constant. For what value of k does g have a critical point at x equals 2/3? So first thing I'm going to do is I want to figure out, what is that critical point? So I'm going to take the derivative of both sides. So I will say the derivative g of x, and then it's going to be equal to x squared times e to the kx. Now I'm going to have to use the product rule, and if you don't remember what the product rule is, that's okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and show you again here. So if I have two functions, it can be any function. So we'll say u of x and w of x, then it's going to be equal to u of x, u prime of x multiplied by wx plus w prime of x times u of x. And if I use this reasoning, I'm going to have 2x times e to the kx plus k e to the kx times x squared. Okay, so I'll go ahead and clear some space here. All right, so now what I have to do is I want to set this all equal to, well, actually first let me clean it up a little bit. So I can factor out, let's see, what can I factor out? I can factor out an x. So I will have, I see, I can factor out an x e to the kx here. So I'll factor that out, and I'll be left with 2 plus kx, I think. Let me double check that. Yes. Yep. Yes. Okay. All right. So, and they tell me, well, okay, for it to be a critical point, we have to set, and again, this is g prime of x equals all this, right? And I need to set this equal to 0 for it to be a critical point. So I'll set it equal to 0, but they tell us what is a critical point whenever x equals 2/3. Or what is the value of k such that it has a critical point at x equals 2/3. So I'm going to have, I'll just plug in 2/3 anytime I see x. So e to the k to the 2/3, and then multiplied by 2 plus k to the 2/3. All right, now if we look at this, the only way I can get 0 is from this part of the equation, right? This is never going to go to 0, and since I multiplied by something else, I need the half of it that is going to go to 0. So I'll just deal with that half of it. So it's going to be 2 plus 2k divided by 3, and that is going to be equal to 0. So I can subtract 2 from both sides. I'll then have 2k divided by 3 is equal to -2, and then I'll multiply both sides by 3/2. So when I multiply both sides by 3/2, I will then have my final answer of k equals -6 divided by 2, and therefore k is equal to -3. And therefore the correct answer is A. And yep, that's the answer. If you have any questions, always feel free to comment below. I'll see you in the next video.